This is Monterastelli, and welcome to the Tapping Q&A podcast, recorded live to tape from Williamsburg in Brooklyn. This is episode 321, originally aired July 25th, 2018. Hi, everyone. I hope this finds you well wherever you are and whatever time of day you're getting a chance to listen to this. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Today, we're going to spend some time talking about and tapping for staying focused and eliminating that monkey mind. Before we begin, a couple of things. First of all, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Connie. Connie is the most recent person to support the Tapping Q&A podcast. And if you would like to be like Connie, get a shout out on the show and receive some awesome thank you gifts for supporting the podcast, all you need to do is go to tappingqa.com/support, and you'll have an opportunity to ensure the podcast keeps coming to you free of charge. And like I said, you get some awesome thank you gifts if you decide to support the show. tappingqa.com/support. The second thing is we are in part 2 of our 7-part productivity series. Each week, for the next few weeks, including last week, we're going to be sharing with you some really easy tap-alongs that you can do so that you take the action that you want. As useful as these 7 tap-along audios are going to be in the 7-part series, there is a much more comprehensive approach for using tapping to take action. I've created a special program called Take Action Now that includes a bunch of instruction, some tap-along audios, 25 tapping scripts. You can find more about this program at tappingqa.com/take-action-now. tappingqa.com/take-action-now. Or if you go into the show notes, or if you're listening to this on the website, you will see a link for Take Action Now, so you can really put yourself in a position where you're going to consistently take the action you want to be successful, to be productive. Today, part 2, we're looking at staying focused. And I really love the concept from Buddhism and Buddhist meditation of trying to respond to and deal with the monkey mind. That's such a great description, because you can, if you've ever seen a monkey at the zoo or in the wild, the way that they spring from place to place, bouncing all over, being distracted by whatever is in front of them. And I can really relate to this because I know what it is like to have a million thoughts bouncing around my head, or 7 or 8 tabs open on my browser, or being distracted by notifications when my computer dings and not being able to do what I want. So today what we're going to do is we're just going to do some tapping to help you to stay focused on what is in front of you. This tapping is great to start the day, or you can pull it out right before you begin tapping. On the website, I will also have a printed out version of this, but if you'd like even easier access to this and all of the tapping scripts on the website, if you download the Tapping Q&A app, which is absolutely free, it's available both in Android and Apple devices. I have all of the audios from the website, but every single time I add a tapping script, I put a special text-only version of that script into the app. So if you want to pull one of these up and you're not in a circumstance where you can listen to the audio, or you just prefer to read the scripts and tap along to them, this is a great way to have free access to that. So if you go to tappingqa.podcast.com, you will see a link for both the Android and Apple app. And actually, every single page on the website has the link on the right-hand side. So not only do you have access to these audios, but you can just pull it up indiscreetly and tap along to it if that's something that you would like to do. So this is how I like to tap to kind of calm that monkey mind and get focused. So to begin with, just tap on the side of your hand. Take a nice big deep breath for me. Take a nice big deep breath. And just move from tapping point to tapping point, repeating after me. I recognize the fact that I have a lot going on. And I recognize the fact that my mind is trying to keep track of all of these things. And because my mind is trying to keep track of all of these things, it bounces from place to place. It's difficult for me to stay focused on one task. It's difficult for me to get everything done. And I appreciate the fact that these distractions is just a part of my system trying to keep me safe. Because it doesn't want me to miss something. So it bounces from idea to idea because it thinks all of this stimulus is important. And I know many of these distractions aren't actually important. Aren't things I need to pay attention to now. But my subconscious mind doesn't always realize that. It doesn't always know what is important. And it bounces from place to place because it thinks everything is important. But I recognize the fact it is possible for me to stay focused, ignoring all of these other distractions, and still be safe. And not miss something that is important. Because when I focus on what is in front of me, I'm not ignoring everything else. I'm simply setting it aside for the moment. I'm simply avoiding it for now. And once this task in front of me is done, I can return to paying attention to all of the other tasks. I can pay attention to any other idea that my subconscious mind has. Because I know these thoughts are not going to be lost. Anything that I need to do in the future, I will be reminded of. Anything I need to focus on in the future, I will be reminded of. I give myself permission to focus on what is in front of me. Calmly letting go of everything else. And if while I am working, and I am distracted again, I give myself permission to be easy with myself. To simply let the distracting thought pass. Returning to the work that is in front of me. Without beating myself up for the distraction. And as I keep letting these distractions go, it will become easier and easier for me to let them go. I will become more focused on my work, and I will be kinder with myself to these future distractions. I know it is possible for me to be more focused. And I give myself permission to find that focus gently. Nice deep breath. So it's pretty straightforward, just giving yourself permission to ease into, be gentle and relaxed about the things around you. This is one of those tappings that it would be really good for you to have access to. Each time you want to sit down and do some work, just hit play, tap along for 3 or 4 minutes. Or like I said, see that script. The script is available on the website as well as in the Tapping Q&A app. Both of those can be accessed at tappingqa.com. If you're looking for more comprehensive help in getting yourself to take the action that you want, please check out the Take Action Now program, tappingqa.com/take-action-now, and come back each week as we continue this 7-part series on helping you to be more productive. If you have questions or comments, I always love hearing from you. I can be reached at Gene, Gene, at tappingqa.com. Or you can go to the website, click on the contact link. When you click on the contact link on the website, you can leave me a voice memo, or you can just send me an email right there. Also, you can do the same from inside the Tapping Q&A app, which is available both for Android and Apple devices. For the Tapping Q&A podcast, this is Gene Monterastelli. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye-bye. The Tapping Q&A podcast is copyright Gene Monterastelli, Tapping Q&A 2016. All views expressed by guests are those of the guests and not necessarily of Gene Monterastelli or Tapping Q&A.